Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Karen Newman. This is the Saturday Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 15th of January, 2022, and we have today not a special guest, but very special guests. It's everyone in Hucolo, because as you may know, and maybe you are as well, for the people watching, there's a lot of people here that are channeling and doing meditations and light language and healers. And so we've decided that we would at least once a month give an open platform for everyone here to, offer their works to everyone. And also they'll be in the chat, in the description, how to contact anyone if you're inspired by what they offer, so you can get a session with them. And I just thought it would be nice to highlight some of the wonderful people that we have here. And I have the first person that we'll talk to, and I'm going to highlight her real quick. Well, let me do this before I start going on. Let's do some prayers before we get started. We'll do that first, and then we'll get going with that. So who wants to do a prayer? Anyone?
I will, of course.
Okay, Wendy will. Susan, David? Anyone else? Bridget?
I do.
You do? You want to? Okay, great. Okay, we'll go Wendy, Bridget, Susan, David, like that. Okay. All right, whenever you're ready, Wendy.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Ako iya nyara ta uira tia na nara kiara pakuira pia na nyara o chikuruira nara pakuira tare ira ta nyana nara uira ta na nara ta iro ira ta nyara ta.
Thank you. Okay, Bridget. Blessings.
Nihalawa manukatana na para katani katani omana kanina taramnia kata pu.
Thank you. Susan, go ahead.
Tiesia tukutia ia sokotia ia sukutoia ia sikia ia tukoia sia tukoia. Welcome, blessed ones. Sukotaia ia tukotoia ia sikotoia ia sia. You are all here at an auspicious time. Sukotoia tukotoia to join together in your light. Sukotoia ia ia sukotoia, stand strong in your power. Sukotoia ia tukoia ia tukotoia ia sia tukoia ia. Stay in your heart. Sukotoia siai siko, you are strong. Sukotoia sia tukotoia sukotoia sia dia tukotoia he know that you are loved. Sukotoia tukotoia sukoia tukotoia sukotoia. Blessed ones, thank you.
Thank you. David. Go ahead.
Loving peace within. Tayaro oko sahana maachi ro okakiata. Chukuro okotariana atariata tukura anya shan nye orokakiamaha. Cheroko sana anya tera koko. Charanya plant the seeds kunama anya to oro akikia. Churo onia tara kikiawa. Shuro oka sahana atarokoma asha. Shero oto charata chichia kara okukua. Ma atiara akuku. Express who you are. Tariano oto shana akiki atara mu achichiere ekuba rakasnzara kuchishiana. Peace.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So I've turned off my camera because I have two things happening here. I'm at a hotel with a slow internet, so I'm using my phone, but I don't have that camera on, and I'm talking into my phone. And so I'm just going to stay with it like this, just so it's easier visually for everyone. But let me put Wendy on spotlight. There you are.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Wendy, because people have seen they've heard your questions, and they've, seen some of your blessings and stuff. Can you hear me okay? Is my volume all right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay. So just tell everyone a little bit about yourself, like how you got started with healings, with what you're doing now, and what is a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so basically I had my first experience when I was 7 years old. I heard, let's just say I would have said it was an angel. I heard an angel say to me, "Where is your brother?" And it was very loud. And I was kind of like, who just said that to me? And then I asked my mom, "Where is he?" And then I ended up going and finding him. We lived in a trailer park at the time. And like I said, I was 7. He's a year and a half younger than me. So he went to go play hide and seek, and he went into a box, and I ended up finding him, and he was about 2 miles away from our house because they were playing hide and seek, and he ran. He's very athletic. And so anyway, that was my first experience with having an awareness of there's something more. Throughout my childhood, I had, a lot of precognitive dreams. I would dream something and it would come true. And so my experience as I was, getting older continued to happen. I had another incident when my little baby was just a few months old, where I heard "check the baby." And so it ended up alerting me, and I ended up going and finding him all stuffed into the corner of his crib, not breathing. So then years later, I ended up having my own personal, I needed my own personal healing. I was having issues with my cervix and tumorous growths. So when I went for my healing, I had surgery. The next year I was scheduled for a second surgery. And then that's when I went to a QHHT practitioner. So I had been always watching mediums and channels and always having my interest in the metaphysical. So, but then I always was getting cognitive information too, where I'm like, oh, they said, and then I would just say like what I was hearing. So my telepathy had been on for quite some time. But then once I went to my own healing, I went to a QHHT practitioner, and then they said, you will be doing healing. You're going to be working with crystal skulls. And so with that, I ended up starting to do healing work. And then I realized that I'm an energy healer, and my forte, if you will, is clearing blocks. And I'm I have keys. So I'm an activator. So usually if I'm working with somebody, if they have the intention and I give them the energy, whatever their intention is comes to them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Later is doing that manifestation. I do have a YouTube channel, Facebook. You can find me at www.wendynapolitano.com. And then my YouTube channel is Archangel Raziel with her crystal skulls. And then Susan and I, who you're going to hear from her shortly, we have started working together with our channeling to, we just started it, but if you can go and check out the YouTube page for Channeled Illuminations. So I'm very excited for this new body of work. So, all right, that's all I have for me. Thank you for listening and giving me that time. Oh, and I guess I'll just still talk because it looks like you're on mute. But because I did the QHHT.
Unmuted. It wouldn't
when
have been muted.
But go ahead.
So finish what you're going to say. Go ahead.
When I got off of, once I started learning that I was a healer, I also told myself, or my team told me, you can do healings like elbow alignment. And so I was like, what? And so then I just started doing that. And then, yes, I do regressions without hypnosis. So that's another thing that's really fun. And several here have experienced that from my work.
So you're doing, did you train with QHHT? Did you do that?
Oh, no, I just knew I could do it. So I just started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But
do you do
my
hypnosis? Or?
My team. So it's just kind of like what I'm going to be doing with you. It's a guided meditation. You stay conscious the whole time, but your higher self and or your guide team comes through. It just depends on whoever's going to give messages. Sometimes it's your past lives will come up. It tends to be the ones that need the most healing that come forward. And sometimes it's, grandma or grandpa, past moms or fathers, family members have come through. Usually from my experience, the longer that they've been passed, the easier to reach them, because it's energy is energy, right? So when they're coming forward to have a conversation with you, they also need to have enough energy to speak with you. So somebody who's like just crossed, they usually don't have enough energy yet to be able to come through. That's not the case for everyone. Some have passed, and then because of their, their shamanism or their innate ability from when they were, created again and again, they may have the energy to come through, but they usually will let you know. So each session is different.
Yeah, I find that when people pass, usually there's sort of initial signs like some kind of little message that's really for the person. They'll have some kind of experience, but that's not the same as them really coming through to give a lot of information. It usually is after they've been gone a little bit of time, because it just gives them also time to do their own transition and, feel confident with what they're doing. But yeah, I agree with that 100%. So today, what we're going to do with you, which I will give my own testimonial, and is that I was, some of you may know, but over the last almost a year, since March of 2021, I started the journey of selling my house, my property, so that I can travel more, be a little bit more mobile and free and less encumbered by a big mortgage and all of these things. So it was quite a journey. And after the house went in the market in July, and as of late November, I was so fatigued from the whole process, because it was a lot to show your house every week and all this stuff, and getting everything ready was, anyway, anyone's done it understands. But there was a girl, she was coming, she was really interested in the house. And I was like, we have got to get this offer from this person. So Wendy said to me after one of the webinars, I can help you with manifestation if you want. Do you want to do it sometime next week? And I was like, no, we have to do it. Let's do it tomorrow. And so we got together and we did this beautiful meditation and got the house offer on Monday. So I'm a believer in her beautiful guided meditations, because it just eliminates all the doubt. It focuses on the actual occurrence. And, I don't have a lot of experience with her meditations, but the one I did worked very, very well. So I think it would be something that everyone could benefit from. And I would encourage you, if you have a piece of paper and a pen, to get that out. But Wendy's going to help us with finding something that we're really trying to bring into our life, and then helping us walk along the path to get there. Did I say that right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, thank you. So to begin, I'd like to have everybody start by taking a deep breath, and we're just going to ground. So just take a nice deep breath in for the count of 5, and then let it out for the count of 8. Do that now. We're going to do that one more time. In for the count of 5, hold it in your heart space, and then back out. And this time when you take your breath, imagining on the way out that your roots coming down from the bottom of your feet are going to go all the way down deep into the heart of Mother Gaia. Go ahead and take that last focused breath now. In for 5, out for 8. Sending your roots down deep, far and wide. Now there's a beautiful crystal that matches your energy exactly. I want you to take that largest root and imagine it just wrapping around. It's your energy and higher. And it's going to bring your frequency to a higher frequency. Now I just want you to have focused breath, gentle in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth, however you decide. And now I want you to just bring golden white light in from source, coming from source, spinning and clearing down through your galactic chakra, through your universal chakra, through your soul star chakra, through your crown, that white light, beautiful, coming down, sparkling white, coming down into your third eye, into your throat chakra, into your high heart, breathing that in gently, cleansing and clearing, removing any blocks down through your heart, through your solar plexus, gently spinning, coming down into your sacral, into your root chakra, into your earth star chakra. And now that white light has you completely connected into source. Take a deep breath in and then out. Beautiful. And now on the way up, I want you to imagine a beautiful green energy coming from Mother Gaia, and also yellow coming in from the crystalline light blue, bringing that up, bringing those rays up from Mother Gaia, that beautiful earth energy up through your legs, your knees, your hips, your stomach, up and down your arms. You should be feeling a vibration now to the top of your head and out the crown like a fountain. Now just breathe that into your body, into all of your cells. Now, if you didn't put something on paper, because we really went right to it, you may open your eyes, write down something on paper, or have it in your mind, either way, something that you want to bring into your life for this year. You could put it into for this month. You could put it into for the next 3 months. You could put it into next year if that's your goal. But the important thing is that this is going to be your intent. So I'm just going to give you a few breaths to think of what you want to bring into your life. Something that you feel is right around the corner and just out of reach. We're going to bring it into reach. Something that you thought, I don't know that I can bring this into my life. You're going to be able to bring this into your life. The doubt will be gone. You're going to be connected into your I am presence, your own sovereignty, recognizing you are the spark of God. And now when I start to see some people looking up, I'm just going to go ahead and take another deep breath in and then out. Beautiful. Now, I want you to close your eyes, and in that breath, I want you to know and feel the energy that's coming in from Mother God, and up from Mother Gaia, being connected to heaven and earth. You as the center are your own I am presence. You are creator. In your mind, you say, I am creator. Now, I want you to imagine that you're going to be floating on a cloud. It's just sliding along the ground in front of you. You're going to step onto that cloud. And now it's going to be like a moving sidewalk. It's just going to gently flow you where you need to go. Finding that sidewalk, finding that space. What we're looking for and gliding to is the path that's going to bring you to your manifestation, to your dream, to your desire. Gliding on the cloud. Go ahead and take a breath in. Hold it in your heart space. You can continue to move, or your cloud can patiently wait for 1 moment and breathe out. Now, right now, we're just going to focus on the path. You're going to see that there's many paths in front of you. They may be glowing neon. They may be a dirt path. It might be a grassy field with a little walkway in between trees. It may be a little route. You think it's up a mountain because you haven't been able to reach it. But here you are floating on your cloud, and you see that everything is lit up in front of you. You can see that path right in front of your eyes. Now your cloud is going to work like being in a railroad station. Click, 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 click. It's turning right to where you need to go. You just happen to look to the right of you, and you see that there's a beautiful garden with a fountain. Oh my gosh, is that gorgeous? You can hear the water trickling in, drip, drip, drip. You can hear soft sound in the background of people talking, fresh air around you, just breathing that into your being. Now, click, 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 your cloud has stopped. It's the path that you've been wanting to step onto. Oh, relief. You're now stepping off the cloud and onto the path. As you step onto the path, You see it starting to sprinkle light right onto the path. It's Father, Mother God, the galactic beings, the angels that want to assist you. They've been trying to reach you, and now you're able to connect. Feel that connection? Each step you take on the path gets brighter and brighter. It's lighting upwards now, glowing. You're standing in that light. As you continue down the path, you'll notice on each side of you, it gets more and more beautiful, like you've stepped into a fantasy world, your own private space. And as you look around, you see what it is you've been asking for. It's yours. What does it smell like to be where you are? What do you see in front of you and around you when you're in that space? What do you hear people telling you? Do you hear good job? You've done it. Do you see yourself accepting what it is that you've been striving to obtain? It's in your hands. We're going to turn it into a miniature model. That little miniature model is in your hands. Shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink it down. Beautiful. And now you can look at it from above, as if you are the creator, because you are the creator. Look what you have in your hands. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so incredible. Now, you're going to take that and you're going to look at it and you're going to thank everyone who has helped you, every benevolent being that helped you get to this result. Oh gosh, start with yourself. Oh, I thank you for taking this path. I thank you for making the decision to trust yourself without doubt on this journey. Feel the beautiful energy of the universe in your hands. From that top view from above, now look in a pinpoint view. Drop down, drop down, drop down, looking at it closely from every side. Feel yourself in that moment. Breathe that into your heart space. And now take your hands and gently guide this manifestation right into your heart. Put it into your heart. Hold it there with both your hands. Breathe that in, take a deep breath. Slowly let out, just like we did at the beginning. Now stretch your arms out, nice and wide, expansive. Lovely. You may bring your hands to the side, hold it back to your heart. And now turn back around from that path. If you were looking for abundance, look to the sky. You see it raining down gold coins. Clink, 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 they drop on the path in front of you. Now they start to melt when they hit the light. It's like an ice skating rink. You step back onto the cloud, gliding along that path of abundance. The cloud brings you past the fountain and the water. You see what a beautiful day it's been. Just sit in that stillness of it being who you are. The cloud comes back to the station. Click, click, click. It brings you back so that you can step back into yourself, into your awareness. Feel that in your cellular structure, between the cells, in your physical being, your auric being. And now let those light streams that were coming in from above and from below, from Gaia, I want them to go into a figure 8, up the left leg, across the body, out to the top right, Back into the left side, across the body, down to the right. Just a gentle figure 8 flowing in the background. You don't even have to think about it. Beautiful. And now I want you to come back to your awareness. Feel your feet, wiggle your toes. Feel your fingers. Start to shake them. Roll your shoulders, neck side to side, forward and back gently. And now when you open your eyes, feel the joy. Feel the joy of your creation. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, that was great. That was fantastic. It was too fast. It was so fast. Was everyone pleased with that?
Thank you, Christine.
Yes.
Great. Did anyone have any questions for Christine about it? Christine's.
Wendy, yeah. Christine's sending notes. Thank you.
Christine's, I'm reading Christine's note at the same time. Did anyone have any questions for Wendy about that? About the process?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Who's speaking?
This is Daniel.
Okay, go ahead, Daniel. Hey, Daniel.
Hello. During the meditation, instead of, as we were guiding around, I turned into, I feel like it was like a type of remote viewing.
Yes.
So when he said, being in the place of where it's carrying you, he was like, what do you hear? Like, I hear waterfalls cascading off a mountain. What do you smell? I smell moisture and pines. Where do you stand? Kind of stuff. Stand on green grass. Uphill from me is my house. Downhill from me is the mountain stream. The house sits in a valley.
Wow, that's beautiful. So my work will tend to take people to unexpected places. So yes, I'm not surprised that you turned into it as a remote view, because a lot of times your higher self just takes you right to that journey of what you need to experience and where you need to be. So from that, my intuition is, I don't know exactly where you were manifesting or what direction you were going to, but that's your place to go to be in the flow. So next time you want to go to the flow, you can just remember that and change and breathe that in. So just following my same guidance, and then just imagine where it took you to, and just go on. You can take yourself right on that same journey. Thank you.
Great.
And you can always come right back to this video and listen
Exactly.
to it.
This
Which
video
I was doing some things while you were doing
timeless.
that. I will be doing, yes, I will come back and do that after this webinar for several times, I'm sure.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Anyone else have a question for Wendy? No? Okay.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I don't have a question, but I want to thank you very much.
Oh gosh,
it was beautiful.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I got Uyanyara at the Koreania, check it Koreanara, Taktiana, that ear Korea, my Iranian, the Korean, and the Syrians, Takaniara, the Kudoya, Taknian, that a particular Niara, Yarda, their collective come to say hello. Atakrian, Papa Tuyaniara, each Kriata, Euro 2, and Takta, we love your energy here today with all of you here in your focused intent and the light. You're bringing in so much light and love. We give you our blessings and thank you for doing your work of being. Blessings.
Thank you so much. So I just need a moment, because I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do this in the future, but I need to reconnect on the other computer back into Zoom. So why don't you talk a little bit about the work that you're doing with Susan, and the things you're doing and talk about like your retreats and things you do just while I figure out what's going on my side. I apologize.
Sure. Let me go ahead and have Susan come on. Susan?
I can't change the picture.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to have to
Okay,
just
no
be
worries.
Susan can unmute
Yeah.
and talk for sure.
Yes,
There
I
you
can.
go.
I can talk. Yep.
Beautiful. So Susan and I have been working on channeling, working on, on our own progress, our own, moving forward with our spiritual work. And then Susan, you've just, so the channeled illuminations is our work together. And then we'll also have like guests come on and then we'll do events and we'll, advise, we'll post them there so that you'll know when and where the events are. But Susan channels so beautifully, and she does energy work into drawings. So she's an artist, and she's working, and I'll let her go ahead and explain more about that. And she's just starting to get her website and all that good stuff together. But go ahead, Susan.
Yeah. So I've been probably, I don't know, I can probably give a little background about myself. So I started with like Kundalini Reiki probably like 25 years ago. It was probably my first experience with energy. And then probably since 2009, I joined a local intuitive practice group where I took like intro to psychic development, took a couple mediumship classes, practicing. So we would gather like twice a month, practicing our healing gifts, our psychic gifts, doing readings on each other in that group. And then I was like a student psychic reader at a psychic fair as part of one of the classes I took. And but mainly probably around July, August of 2019 is when I really started awakening. I noticed a shift from my ego mind into the heart, and just followed my heart's guidance, followed that inner guidance step by step, even though I didn't know where it was leading me to. But it led me to meet amazing people all over the world and open my gifts and learn about different aspects and fractals that I have. And that's when I took a channeling class, I think in 2019. And for about a year, I took, that was like around December 2019. I spent a year just doing more automatic writing type of channeling. And that was kind of a precursor to, I took a second class through Jim Charles as part of Hucolo in December of 2020. I took his like intro to channeling class. And it was after that that I started conscious channeling, and we created a kind of a practice group. Some of us students and Wendy joined us as well to practice our channeling. So we've been doing that for the last year, and it's just expanded from there more and more. And more beings have come in for me. I channel angelic, galactic, other dimensional beings, dragons, unicorns, etc., which Wendy does as well. So we decided for World Dragon Day last October,
which was very
we decided
fun.
to do our first public channeling event together, which where I channeled 4 different dragons. Wendy channeled, I think, her dragons, and we do dragon light language as well, and did some healings. Like while I was channeling, I was channeling Wendy's fire dragon Frederick, and I called in my fractal of Metatron, Archangel Metatron, to help with a healing with somebody, and they had a lot of back pain, and I saw like a column of light coming down her spine and them clearing it out while I was doing conscious channeling, and she felt no pain afterwards, which was amazing experience. So that went very well. And then we just, on January 1st this year, we did a unicorn channeling event, which the video is out on our YouTube channeled illuminations. And so we just put that out there. So we're doing an elemental realm series. And so our next events with the elementals, we were told that the gnomes of Ireland want to come through. So
their little red pointy hats.
Yes. So that'll be probably around beginning of March, maybe end of February, that we'll do that. And we might do like a shorter event a love event before Valentine's Day, possibly. So yeah, so it's just naturally evolving. I'm in the process of setting up my spiritually based business right now, but you can contact me at the Illumination Realm at gmail.com. So I'm willing to do any private sessions, but my gifts encompass conscious channeling, Kundalini Reiki healing. I do a little animal communication. I've communicated with Wendy's dog a few times, as well as other animals. And what else? So, and then I do a little translation of my light language that is just started to come in probably the last 4 months, where I'm getting that as well. So combination, yes. And then I'm just starting to do energy infused artwork. Is something I'm also called to do. And I've mainly just been doing it for our events. So as part of our advertisements, I've included my paintings of dragons and unicorns. And so that's something I hope in the future to like sell prints of and things like that. So it's all a work in progress. So, but that I'm getting started on, and my website will probably, I'm working on that as well. So that'll come out soon. But yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, sharing these energies with, hopefully a lot more people in the future. Yes. So it's been wonderful.
It has been wonderful. It's been a beautiful journey. And we've also are planning on doing in-person events. So we're talking about going up to Mount Shasta again this fall. We don't have dates, but it's probably going to be, that fall equinox again, and maybe mid-September when we go. This time we're being led to have it be, instead of a more of a conference event, that it's going to be a more intimate event. So it's going to be, just a handful of people going. And then we're going to go to several different locations. We're going to visit some of the different lakes, just climb around the mountain and do energy work and healing work. So if anybody is, interested in thinking about that or joining us, we would love to hear from you for that. So
yeah, and
I put all the contact information in the chat of the, or not the chat, but in the description of YouTube, so people can reach out to you. Yeah. So now that I do have Susan on the screen, I think, and you kind of gave a little bit of your background, but why don't you just tell, you said a little bit of your background. Why don't we just go to what you were going to be doing for today? And then I'll just have, I'm back. What's happening is I'm crashing on my computer from this hotel slow internet. So I'm kind of on my phone and I'm kind of on the thing. So I'm trying to minimize my usage here. So Susan, what is it that you wanted to do? Did you want to channel today? I think that would be great.
Yeah, I can channel or see who comes through.
Okay, sure.
All right.
And will you be willing to take questions from people?
Yes.
Okay, so people choose. Daniel, are you in the YouTube chat as well? I see someone named Daniel over there, but I don't know if it's the Daniel that's here. No. Okay. I do apologize to people in YouTube because I can't open both. What crashed me was having YouTube open and thing just until I can work this out next week. I'm not going to be able to go into YouTube at the moment. But whenever you're ready, I'll take questions from the chat. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I'll try to get over to YouTube. We'll see if it doesn't crash me. Let me try to go over there real fast. Just to see
turn my phone off.
Okay, yeah. No phones in the, let me see. I'll get there. Going from high-speed internet to hotel internet. It's a switch. Let me see. Go to TV. This goes, so sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Let me just make sure I turn off the camera on this. Okay.
May I request somebody?
No. I don't know. Ask
Yeah.
Susan. Do you take
I mean,
requests?
you can, and I can see if they will come through. I'll put it
But
that way.
who do you generally channel?
Whoever she wants.
So I've channeled Anubis, Toth, Ra, Archangel Metatron, Lord Ashtar, Green Terra. I've done dragons, unicorns, tree beans, the whale collective, a Sasquatch once, a griffin once.
My question was, did you, because like I only channel Theos, so, but if you're channeling many, maybe she can choose from a group of people that you do channel or a group of beings you do channel as opposed to someone new. But maybe
Okay.
you know, I don't know, Bridget, who are you going to request?
Well, I would like to come into contact then with a female, how do you pronounce it, Catars? From the Catars in southern France or in France? But
Cathars?
sorry?
Cathar.
The Catars.
Yeah. As far as I knew, they're called the Cathars.
Okay.
Oh,
Catars.
The Cathars that followed a version of
Well,
like
let's not
spiritual.
make it too difficult. If it's, let's just see who comes through.
okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
All right. Whenever you're ready, please.
Yeah.
And I was able to get over to the YouTube chat. So when there are questions, I can take them also from. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on one moment. I'm struggling
Whenever
to
you're ready, I'm gonna
get my phone off so that it doesn't ring. Because my mother, who has dementia, will keep calling. So that's why.
Okay.
So I hope. Okay. Hope we're good. All right.
All right. Okay. Whenever you're ready, hon.
Hello, this is Ra.
Hello, Ra. Thank you for coming.
Hello.
I came on because I know Karen's having some issues with her internet, but if somebody wants to, do you want to give us a message?
The message I would like to share is that you are all going through great changes at this time on your earth plane. They are causing much stress for all of you. But the more that you drop within your hearts, the more that you stand in your I am presence, the more that you release the sense of the small I that you've been taught from the time that you were young. It is not who you truly are. Who you truly are is the creator of the universe, the creator of the omniverse, the creator of all that is. The more that you know that you are God and stand in your power, stand in your knowing, know that you are limitless, that you are fearless, that is all within your intention to live whatever existence you wish to live, that in truth you have nothing stopping you except yourself. Once you truly go within, release all those old beliefs, those old thought processes that come in from your ego mind that try to restrict you, try to keep you in separation, try to have you judge your neighbor, judge yourselves. Now is the time in 2022 to let all of this go, to take action in following your greatest joy, what brings you peace, what brings you happiness and harmony, and knowing that you are one with each other always. That is just an illusion that separates you, that makes you feel separate, for this is not the truth. Would you care to ask any questions of me?
Well, I wanted to see, does anyone have any questions? I haven't seen a question yet.
I have a question.
Okay, can you please start typing them in the chat so that people are not just muting and unmuting, but go ahead, ask your question. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel so connected with myself and with the universe, and sometimes I don't. I really would like to figure out what I can do to feel so connected, to free myself and be connected.
Do you go within and spend time each day meditating in your heart? For this is a recommendation for all of you as well, to open up to your God self, your connection to source, which you can focus within your heart in doing so, and call in God's energy, call in the pillar of light from source down through your crown chakra, and breathe in and out as you go. Bring it down through each chakra. You can anchor it into Gaia, and then begin to ask questions of God or your higher self or whoever you intend to connect with, and just sit with the energies, feel the energies, listen to whatever answers come in for you. And the more that you practice this, the more that you allow it, the more you surrender to it, and not let your mind get in the way in questioning what you're experiencing. Just let yourself feel your way through it. You are all learning to return to your feeling selves, for you have been told in many of your teachings to not trust your feelings, to not rely on them, but they are the source of your powerful guidance from your creator, from all that is. And you are starting to learn this. You are starting to return to connecting emotionally with your experience in this life, which may seem somewhat unfamiliar when you first start to do this, or uncomfortable, but the more that you surrender to it, the more that you allow it, the more that you trust your feeling self over your mind, the more that you will be guided on the right path towards whatever you wish to create based on your intention or intentions and how they make you feel. So the more that you put the time in to tap into your feelings, tap into that inner guidance, and let it guide you forward each step and trust it completely, then you will never doubt that you are on the right path if you follow this. That is all.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Very, very nice. Thank you so much. Oh, excuse me. Daniel, why don't you ask the question? Your question.
Yes. To which raw consciousness are we speaking to?
This is the Ra that existed on the earth plane since this dear one had a connection with me in her lifetime as an Isis priestess. I am not the collective Ra, as you would call it.
Very well, because there are 3 different ones that I've heard about. Carry on.
Do you have any questions for me?
Well, now that you ask about it, please elaborate. Mine's more of a history question, if you're willing to do that.
I will see if I can answer it.
Okay. First, for the setting. What was the climate of Egypt or Kemet while you were present on the earth?
It was more Mediterranean or tropical, more lush, much plant life than what you see today. The desert climate came later. There were climate changes that affected that region that made this come about. But it was a very beautiful Eden-like place that was where we had an abundance of fruits such as dates, persimmons, these type of plant life, abundance of foods that we could eat that surrounded us, that Gaia provided for us to have a very comfortable existence.
Very interesting. And where's the Great Pyramids, we call it? Were they there before your arrival or after?
After.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Okay, there's a question from Wendy. Please, Wendy, ask it in terms of everyone.
Yes. So
Okay,
I
great.
wanted to know what we need to do or know about healing for ourselves or other family members.
The more that you connect with your cellular structure, the more that you command your cells to respond through intention for healing, for whatever you wish to command them to do, you have command over your physical vessel. And the more that you use your I am statements, the more that you command or intend, your intentions are basically commands. You can speak to your physical vessel, to your body elemental, for yourself and others, to your cellular structure, and just say, dear cellular structure, I command you to stop this skin condition, to stop this physical discomfort, whatever you wish. The more that you connect with your cells, with your body, through intention, through communicating with it, and stating what it is you wish from it, in relationship with it. It is the same as any other type of relationship. The more that you build upon that relationship, the more that you give to it, that the more you will see healing results, the more that you are aware of what self-talk you are giving yourself regarding your health, and replace it with what it is that you do want, that you will see your vitality, your balance, your health and vigor return to you. The more you focus on your health, the more you focus on having a completely balanced state of vitality. And you can use your healing modalities that you know of, such as Reiki, but you can also just send healing through intention, through your hands, through light language, through your light language symbols and codes that you draw with your hands or on paper, and focusing your intent upon them for healing for yourself and others. And knowing that you have the power to do this, the power is within you, that you can also seek other alternative treatments through doctors, through holistic practitioners as well, that you feel drawn to, but always connect to what resonates with you, connect to your inner discernment on what is best. Ask your body what it would like, and then listen to the answer, or ask, is this the right practitioner for me to connect with, to assist me on my healing journey? And the more that you trust this guidance and follow it, then you will see your healing results, which may sometimes appear miraculous, but it has been there all along. It has been within your arsenal, so to speak, to bring about this experience, just as you've been learning about manifestation through the exercise today, the more that you know your own power and trust that above what you see in the outer world, the more you will experience miracles, or what are considered miracles in your life, which is your natural state. You will see them occurring more and more. That is all.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
And-
much. Did you have
You're very
another
welcome.
question?
You know what? I wouldn't mind finding out, because of the Isis priestess. What was one of their ceremonies that brought, that helped the existence in that time? Thank you.
Existence in
In the Egyptian time.
what
And
manner?
as far as, were they doing a ceremony to assist with crops or healing or working with the moon and earth, or what was one of their ceremonies that they would do? Blessing for the children? I mean, I don't know.
We would do various rituals connected to the seasons, which also included the crops and the moon cycles. Along with that, much of our rituals were to be in harmony with Gaia, to honor her natural patterns, to respect the laws of the earth, to work in harmony as one.
Thank
We
you.
would connect to the Ankh, I should say. We would call in the energies of Source to assist our intentions for a bounteous crop, for a peaceful coexistence within our community, for abundance for whatever our needs were in a particular moment of what we were experiencing at different times, whether it was to keep our unity strong against the enemy, or those that wish to disrupt our peaceful existence, to bring about enough sustenance for all of the people that relied on our interventions with the higher realms to bring about what they would perceive as a magical connection that we had at that time. But it was really something that was inherent with all of us. We did also teach some initiates. I had initiates as well as Isis to teach how to make these types of connections with Source, to teach our methods for doing so, for bringing in their assistance as we called upon them. For those that had an interest in following the what you would call the priest or priestess path, so that they can continue or expand the work that we were doing at the time in enlightening the people. That is all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Christine has a question. Go ahead, Christine, ask your question.
You pretty much answered it by saying whoever was interested. Does that mean that if somebody, no matter what status they were born into in Egypt, if they showed an interest in serving as a priestess or a priest, that they went through some tests or something, you know, to see if they were really interested in serving?
Yes, it was considered a path of service, and anyone could apply, as you would call it, or state their interests. They would be evaluated to see if they had the aptitude to pursue the path. We would share the good, so-called good and the bad with following our path, that it requires letting much of self-interest go in trade of serving the people. And so they would, as initiates, yes, they would go through different so-called tests, or they would learn our practices, our beliefs, our rituals, and those that again showed the aptitude, the ability to succeed on this path would then move forward, while others that were less successful could follow other service paths for the community that would perhaps be a better fit for them. So we would act, we and the higher priests and priestesses underneath me would help guide, would help mentor, will help lead those that are new on this path and evaluate their progress. And once they completed their lessons successfully, then they could move on to the next level, to more intermediate, and then to more advanced. But it was those that so-called fell by the wayside, which isn't a good term, but they were always given other opportunities to serve, to find something that was better suited for their abilities, to share their gifts in a way that was most beneficial, not only to themselves, but those around them. That we always treated them with value, with love, with respect for what they were able to share with the community.
What caused the breakdown? What caused, why why did this wonderful teaching modality and the method, why did it fail?
There was inner turmoil caused by an influx of tribes from neighboring regions that were integrating with our society, that were causing disruptions and disharmony that caused the people to turn away from our traditional teachings. And since our audience dwindled, so to speak, since we had less believers that wished to learn from our teachings, as a new age dawned within society caused by these outer influences, that eventually we retreated from the earth plane to return to our source systems.
Thank you so much for answering me. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Te sia tokoe tia I tiki te sia toe ia I sukotoe I he sia I tukotoe I sakataya. Blessings.
Blessings. Okay, there's a question from the YouTube chat, and it says, how does, I'm paraphrasing it so it's less personal, but the question is, how does one find their purpose? Here on earth.
Your purpose, all of your purpose in essence, is to be. That the fact that you are here during this time is your purpose. You're here to bring your light. You're here to be the powerful creators you are. You are here to connect heaven with earth. You are here to anchor in the higher realms with the lower realms, to assist with Gaia's ascension, to assist with your own ascension if you choose to go through your ascension during this lifetime, as many of you are. That is your purpose. There are many that get too focused on their purpose as something that they need to achieve, that they need to reach a certain result before they complete their purpose. It is more about that you are on a journey of discovery, an awakening of who you are, and then sharing all that you are with everyone and everything that you encounter. That this is your greatest purpose. But whatever you feel called to do from your heart, from your greatest joy, from your childlike self, from your childlike innocence, returning to that, letting go of all that have made you feel unworthy or less than or small, letting all of that go and being true to you, being true to evolving yourself, going within, disciplining the mind, letting go of those old belief systems, letting go of those old fears, those old restrictions that have held you back. Surrender to the all that is that you are connected with. Surrender to your unlimited abundance, your unlimited abilities, your unlimited self that has the same creative powers as your creator, that you are God in truth, that you are experiencing for God through you, that you are allowing yourself to awaken in this lifetime to all that you are, that all you can be, all that you can express. And it is more about being on this experiential journey of awakening and allowing yourself to continue to move forward on this path and continuing to come together as in oneness, in finding those that you resonate with, that who resonate with you, that are at a similar frequency as yourself, and continuing to evolve, taking action when you feel that inner call to do so, and not being afraid of it, not allowing yourself, not holding yourself back, but allowing yourself to blossom like a lotus blossom. You can visualize this as you are blossoming and opening up to the sunshine, to the higher light of source. The more that you also connect with the sun, going out in nature, the more that you will receive the activations and light codes and the awakening to spiritual knowledge. For the light, it contains information for you. And the more that you meditate with the sun, the more that you hug a tree, connect with nature's, go for a walk, talk to the animals, talk to the elementals out in nature that surround you, that wish to connect with you. Just ask, who would like to connect with me now? Who would like to share a message with me now? This is part of your connecting in oneness. It's connecting to Gaia and all of her inhabitants, not just fellow humans. But that is your greatest purpose. Your greatest purpose is being the light that you are, being the creator being that you are, and creating for not only your highest expression on this earth plane, but the highest expression for all. Assist your brothers and sisters in all ways that you can. If one comes to you for assistance, do not turn them astray. But this is my greatest guidance for you, is however you feel called to serve your God self, to serve your God expression within, through you, and serve those around you in connecting in the highest love and respect for one another, which will create the peace that you so seek for this new creation of the earth that is coming, this higher vibrational existence that many of you are seeking. The more that you tap into that vision, the more that you create this vision in your own lives, the more that you are contributing to the collective on the planet to bring this manifestation about. This is what I can offer you for guidance, is to seek this purpose.
Thank you.
This is all.
Thank you so much. There's a question from Bridget that she wrote in the YouTube chat, even though she's in the room. I'll read it. She said, is our time now comparable to the time that you walk on the earth?
I would say from a vibrational standpoint that you have reached and exceeded the level at which we had existed at that time, that you are rising above that level now as you are shifting more into fourth dimensional energies, even up into fifth, as you do the inner work to raise your own vibration, and more on your plane are doing this and connecting their energies together, that you are surpassing the light quotient that we held at that time for myself and other so-called gods and goddesses of that time period, that we brought our vibration to assist the people in raising theirs and helping them achieve a more elevated state of beingness. But there are so many beings of the light that have chosen to incarnate at this time, in this lifetime, in the timelines that you are experiencing, that the so-called earthlings, or Terrans, as you may call them, those that are incarnated are bringing the light, and those of the higher realms or galactic realms are assisting from where they are. But many of the humans, the Terrans that exist at this time, are from the higher realms, are from different galactic species, which includes all of you. You have different aspects that you are bringing forth to share with humanity, that you are awakening from yourself, ancient memories perhaps, or gifts that are awakening, healing gifts, channeling gifts, light language gifts, telepathy, interspecies communication, things that are awakening within you, that you are being guided to pursue, that you're guided to share in your own authenticity, that you will supersede what we were able to accomplish in the ancient past, that the light is greater now, or is becoming greater. It will become even greater still, to establish what you are calling the golden age of Gaia. That is all.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And then we have one last question. Well, actually there's, okay. There's a question from iMark, but well, let's see if you can answer this. It says, are we as a collective clearing out our Atlantean tumultuous experiences?
Yes, that is part of the overall purging that you are doing at this time, releasing the old lessons that you had learned that kept you in the third dimension, that you can, there is the existence of an Atlantean caller during Atlantean times that I know many are releasing, that blocked your ability to speak your truth, and that there are various exercises that are available on your internet to help release this. If you are feeling that your throat chakra is blocked, if you are feeling restricted in that area, search by Atlantean color, and you will find different meditations, different guided meditations to assist with that releasement if you feel called to do so. But yes, along with many of your lifetimes, many of your pains, blockages, emotional clearings that you've been experiencing, it also includes the Atlantean time periods, especially with the fall or destruction, that many of you hold a great guilt within yourselves if you were involved in some of the events that led up to that final sinking, that final occurrence. And it's about self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself for, not in the religious sense, but forgiving yourself for feeling responsible, feeling great shame, great guilt, great hurt within your hearts. It is time to let this go. It is time to forgive yourself for holding that hurt within you, for blaming yourself if you are feeling this way. For all is forgiven, that God does not judge you for this. Your creator does not judge you for this. It is all experience. It is all a contrast between light and dark. It is all meant to be learned from and then move forward from it, not to hold yourself back, not to hold or imprison you in these old emotional states, but to release the chains from yourself through self-forgiveness by saying that I forgive myself for my role in that experience, and I forgive all of those that were also involved in that experience, that we are both forgiven now, and then let it go and know that it is cleared. Know that, and if you have to do it multiple times, then do it. But in order to ascend, in order to continue on your path to the higher dimensions that you are on, if you are on the ascension path, you need to let this go of what you hold within your emotional body, if you wish to call it that. Release all of those old pains, those old hurts, so that you can step forward anew into the light and surrender to the light and let go of all. Imagine the sunlight just washing all of the darkness away of that is clouding your vision, that is clouding your soul, that is causing pain within your body, perhaps, because if you're holding that within, it can cause imbalances or dis-ease. If you are holding any anger or blame or judgment for yourself or others, now is the time to let it go. Now is the year for action to step into your true power, your true self, and to love yourself and love all unconditionally. This is all.
Thank you so much. There's one more question from the chat, which I think is a really great one, and I can tell you're getting a little tired. So I do appreciate your wonderful sharing. It's wonderful to find a new channel or new to us channel. So the question is, how do you get rid of regret? And a lot of people have regrets about many, many different things. So I thought that would be a good one to end on.
Regret. If you are feeling regret that you lost out on a particular experience or relationship, and you wish that you could go back and correct it, know that there are always opportunities to have new experiences, to experience similar things in other relationships and other encounters with other people. That if you feel that something is missing, you can try to rectify it with those that were involved in what you regret to have happened. Some things you should never allow it to hold yourself back. You should, if you're able to, like I mentioned, forgive yourself and the others that were involved in that experience, that this will help clear you and clear them to move forward and have other experiences that you wish to have. And if you wish to have, if it's a so-called karmic experience, if the work that you wish to accomplish in a previous experience, if it feels like it isn't complete with you, know that things will come back around, whether it's through another person, another experience, for you to learn that lesson that you intended to learn in this lifetime, that you will be given other opportunities. And it may not even be in this lifetime, it may be in other subsequent lifetimes where you will learn a particular lesson. Sometimes a lesson takes many lifetimes, as you probably know, but there's no need to hold regrets. Just know that the great benevolent source of all will guide you if you wish to relearn a certain lesson, if you wish to, at a soul level, have a certain experience, that you have the ability to do so, that you are never just given one chance and that is it, that you have no other chances to have a particular experience, that you are an unlimited creator being with the same powers as God, as your creator, as all that is, that if you set the intention to have another experience, it may not be with the same person, it may not be in the same type of environment, but it could be, if you intend to have a similar experience, you can set that intention. Since you all have free will to choose to connect at different levels. And so it's respecting each person's free will, as well as respecting yourself, and that you can create a different path. You can create a new path that perhaps will help you learn that lesson, but maybe have a more joyful outcome if you set the intention for that. And to learn from that past experience, not regret the past experience, for we're all just here to have experiences, not to hold ourselves back in regret, for that will prevent you from moving forward and discovering even greater and greater things about yourselves and others in other encounters, and trusting that what happened had a purpose. What happened, you know, was an experience that needed to happen, perhaps for your own learning, perhaps for other people's learning, but let it be. Just experience, you know, or let the experience be what it is, and then move forward and create better and better outcomes for yourself through your own power as a manifester. That is all.
Oh, thank you. I could unmute. Okay. Thank you so much. I just want to thank you, Ra, for being here and your beautiful sharing and introducing us to Susan as a channel. That has been a fantastic experience for us. So thank you very much. And I can see the fatigue on the channel. So we would just thank you and invite you back at any time. But we will let you go at this moment.
Yes.
Much blessings. Thank you so much.
Much blessings. I will share one final blessing with you. Te sia toko ia I sia toko ia te kia sokotaia ia I tausia I te toko ia sokota ia I toko to ia hoia I sia te ia I to ia I sekoto ia I sia toko ia he sia toko to ia I sokoto ia sia I sokoto ia I he sia I sokoto ia. May the sun illuminate you. Sokota ia I soto ia I te kia I poesia I sukutuia I sukutuia I tukuya si kia. Blessings.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was powerful.
It was so great.
That was great. Yeah.
So we definitely have to have you as a whole channeling time. We'll have to have a session with just Wendy and a session with just you, and then the two of you together. We can do that. In February, it would be perfect because Jim's gone the whole month. So we have a lot.
That'd be cool. Well, we were thinking about maybe doing a February event. So yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, awesome sauce. Okay, great. So we are really up at the top. This is what happens when someone starts channeling. All the time goes. So we will, David next time will start with him so we don't skip over him. But I sent him a message and I wanted to see if David would take us out with a beautiful love, healing blessing, sending healing to everyone else. And also especially to our dear Angie, who's has COVID at the moment, and she's had to go to the hospital even because of it, but she's on the mend. She's doing better. So and the reason I know she's on the mend is because she's talking to me in Facebook Messenger. If it was really bad, I doubt she would be texting me. So I think she's doing much better.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm happy for that. But let's send her some healing as well. Healing to everyone else that's out there with any kind of anything that needs healing. Please accept the energy. David, are you there? Is he there? Or did he go?
I'm here. I'm just going to take.
Okay, let me switch the camera here, and let me see if I can put it back on gallery for everybody. No. Tell you what, they did something. They got something called immersive view now, whatever that's supposed to be. Immersive. I'm a little bit afraid of that. Yeah. Okay, let me put it on gallery. Okay, there's David. Okay, let me grab you. Okay, here we go, David. Oh, you look good. All right, got his hat on. He's ready to go. So take it away, and we'll close this up. And just before you do, next week we'll be back with Jim, and then after that we'll be doing some fun things for the month of February. It's going to be a lot. We'll have Lou Martin back. We're going to have some other channels here, and yeah, it's going to be a fun month. So But anyway, for now, we'll start with David, and we'll see everybody next week. Thank you so much to Wendy and to Susan, and then also to David and to everyone that was here participating both in the Zoom room and the YouTube chat. And just so you know, because Jim will be here for the month of February, we will have the Zoom room open for everyone the entire month of Feb. So I'll make sure that I put the notice in the YouTube as soon as we start. So if anyone's over there that's not a member of Hucolo, then they will get it. But I encourage you to join our Hucolo group on Facebook. And if you want to support Hucolo with $10 a month, we would absolutely love to have your support. You can find that at hucolo.org/webinars. And for $10 a month, which is not even a coffee, maybe a coffee and a bagel. I don't know where you live, but it would really help us keep the lights on, so to speak. So thank you, everyone that does support us, and for everyone that's in the YouTube that supports us energetically, your love and your support is welcome. So thank you to everyone. Okay, David, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Everyone set the intention to feel and receive this energy, this love, this light. It will be to connect to your truth, to be able to know who you are and follow your heart, and for healing. Kiana tearo saranja ku sanama atera otu. Kela okura atiashan. Love yourself with all your heart. Kuna ataro okuma achi. Chera kianya tarahana. Atora akikiasha. Lift yourselves up. Tura akana sara atiati ki shikriana ato. Ma aneana no oro akiasha. Ruknima apakatni to rukni ni atora anna chikrutni ni o arkunju jama atiara. Shanjera ungwa. Sha makukuyata. Ruknima atorkni jiwa ndi rukuki. Chela atora kiana ato kuata chichiki tora mahachi. Eskara ana atatu rakatapa achuchuya. Nya nyura ataria kiata. Let your love shine. Kuma achara hatosa rakikiasara. To otariana anya tura kiki. Machichiera tokukiasha. Peace, love, blessings. And really feel this energy. I've had 4 psychics tell me I've had connections with Jesus and other amazing things with Egypt. There's ancient Sumerian, there's ancient Egyptian in the light language. There is some Syrian activations I heard from that. I send you much love and light, and be well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, perfect. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. It's been a really fun webinar. I'm gonna turn on camera. I don't know which camera is going on here. Just wave at everybody. Yay, okay. So you see I turned the light on. You see the light beams hitting me in the head?
Very nice.
Yeah, it's from this big lamp that's up there. See, it's just shining super bright. So anyway,
Yes, Karen, I see the glare.
Yeah, but it's too much light. So anyway, I can't control the overhead light because it's got light beams on it. But anyway, all right, much love to everyone. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you next time. And my battery's almost out of my phone. So. All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day.